As a young man, Daniel was taken captive to Babylon when Judah fell to King Nebuchadnezzar. He and his friends were selected for training in the Babylonian court to serve the king, but they faced immense pressure to conform to Babylonian culture, including dietary practices that conflicted with their faith. Daniel courageously refused to eat the king's food, choosing instead to honor God's dietary laws. God blessed his faithfulness, and Daniel and his friends became stronger and healthier than their peers. This act of obedience laid the foundation for a life of integrity and faith, and Daniel became known for his wisdom and insight. Daniel's ability to interpret dreams set him apart in the Babylonian court. When Nebuchadnezzar had a troubling dream that none of his advisors could interpret, God revealed its meaning to Daniel. The dream, which depicted a statue made of different materials, represented successive empires that would rule the earth, ultimately giving way to God's eternal kingdom. Through these interpretations, Daniel showed that all earthly powers are temporary and subject to God's authority. Later, under King Belshazzar, Daniel interpreted the mysterious writing on the wall that foretold the fall of Babylon, demonstrating God's control over the fate of nations. Daniel's devotion to God led to a clash with Persian law when King Darius's advisors, jealous of Daniel's favor with the king, conspired to trap him. They convinced Darius to issue a decree forbidding prayer to anyone except the king. Daniel continued to pray to God openly, despite the risk. He was thrown into the lion's den, but God sent an angel to protect him. This miraculous deliverance led Darius to acknowledge the power of Daniel's God, affirming God's supremacy over all. Daniel received visions of future empires and the ultimate triumph of God's kingdom. One of his most significant visions was of the Son of Man, a figure given authority, glory, and an everlasting dominion. This prophecy pointed to the coming Messiah, offering hope to the exiled Jews and reinforcing the promise that God's kingdom would one day rule over all. Daniel's life and prophecies brought hope to the exiles, reminding them that God's promises are secure and that He is sovereign over all. His example of integrity and faith under pressure provides a powerful model of courage, demonstrating that faithfulness to God can influence even the most powerful empires. Applications. Daniel's story reminds us that we can remain true to God's commands, even in challenging or unfamiliar environments. God honors those who choose obedience. Daniel's refusal to compromise his faith teaches that integrity is worth more than personal safety or success. True loyalty to God often requires standing apart from the crowd. Daniel's visions reveal that earthly powers are temporary, but God's kingdom is eternal. This assurance encourages us to trust in God's plan, even amidst global uncertainties. Daniel's bravery in the lion's den, as he continued to pray despite the king's decree, shows that true courage is rooted in faithfulness to God. When we face opposition, God's presence sustains us. Daniel's vision of the Son of Man points to the coming Messiah, offering a powerful reminder that God's redemptive plan is unfolding. This hope calls us to remain steadfast, knowing that God's promises are sure.